The subject of UFOs is a fascinating one. For hundreds of years now, these unidentified flying objects have been observed, but what's interesting is the amount of alleged crashes. Over the years, these crafts have allegedly made contact with the planet. Although each case is different, many of them follow a similar theme. It usually involves strange-looking aircrafts crashing to the ground, and in some cases having the occupants laying around the crash site. Some of the most famous UFO crashes are that of Roswell and the Rendlesham Forest. On the 26th of December 1980 at around 3 AM, an eyewitness saw lights that were close to the Rendlesham Forest. At first, soldiers thought it was a crashed aircraft, but after they entered the forest to investigate, they saw a metallic glowing object that kept moving further away. The military personnel weren't able to catch up to the object. Interestingly, for years people have also come forward with stories of allegedly being taken on board these crafts. The eyewitnesses report that those controlling these crafts are not from Earth, and have features that include 2 large black eyes, grey skin and a large head. Although some of these cases are relatively known, there's one case that details a UFO colliding with the ground, while having an abductee on board. The story goes back to 1971 in California. A local resident reported that she was scared by a really loud sound. Wanting to know what had caused the sound, she quickly ran outside, where many neighbours were also wondering what had caused the loud explosion. They could see a large amount of smoke coming from a few miles away. It's interesting to note that Edwards Air Force Base was nearby. However, one thing the residents picked up on was the mysterious glowing lights in the distance. The residents ventured to the site where the object had crashed. Here they observed a mushroom-shaped craft that was grey in colour, having green flashing lights around it. The residents said the object was unlike anything they'd seen before. The material of the object was smooth, with no markings, doors or windows. They remarked how it looked as though the craft had been created using one sheet of material. Things were about to get even more strange. They then noticed that small grey humanoids were laying on the ground. After observing them, their attention was then brought to a mysterious woman making her way through the debris. She was described as wearing a type of spacesuit. Before anything else could happen, military personnel from the nearby base were arriving at the site. The military told everyone that was in the area that they had to leave or they would be in serious trouble. The residents, along with everyone else, was unsurprisingly interested in what happened in the area. However, there was no information about it in the newspaper or on the local news. The event was covered up by the military and forgotten about. That was until UFO researcher Albert Rose Sales tracked down the mysterious woman. Her name was Lorraine Cordini. She did admit to being the woman at the crash site, but that she didn't remember much of the event. She eventually went under hypnosis and revealed the following. I was physically on board a mother's spaceship working. When it was time to return to Earth, 3 ETs, 1 female essence and 2 male essence were the crew. We were either shot down or crashed near Edwards Air Force Base in California. I remember standing in the wreckage, suddenly in conscious memory, confused, disorientated and filled with sorrow. This was as military personnel kicked the bodies of the 2 dead ETs. I remember hearing in my mind the captain of the mothership saying how sorry she was, and that she couldn't help us in fear of being detected. The female crewman was standing to my left. I had on a pink bodysuit. I cried as the military cursed my dead comrades. I don't yet remember what the parts of the ship looked like. So what do you make of this incredible event? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.